The solar eclipse on April the 8th is the most anticipated cosmic event of the month. It not only is the closing to the eclipse gateway that opened with the first eclipse on March the 25th, but it also brings with it a shift in timelines. How exciting is that, right? Because the first eclipse in March basically kickstarted an accelerated period of growth, of ascension, of transformation. You may have noticed a lot has been happening since then, since March the 25th, where we had the full moon and the solar eclipse both on the same day. You may have noticed a lot has been shifting, a lot has been happening since then. You may have done a lot of shadow work, a lot of inner healing, a lot of transformation. Maybe you've experienced a lot of growth was happening. Maybe a lot of things were just happening very quickly. Perhaps you have felt quite squeezed, pushed, overwhelmed, and not really okay with how fast and how rapidly things were changing. Or maybe you have really embraced all that was happening and you didn't have that challenging of a time, but most likely you still have experienced a lot of inner growth, a lot of, transformation, because that's really what was kickstarted with the lunar eclipse on March the 25th. And it now comes to conclusion with the solar eclipse on April the 8th. And it really brings that shift in timeline because we as a whole, humanity, is shifting into a higher timeline. And in this video, I want to share with you the key things that I think you should know about this particular solar eclipse so you can really make the most out of this potent energy that is now available for us. So the first thing I would like for you to know is that we are moving into a higher timeline. Humanity as a whole, each living, breathing being is shifting into a higher timeline. There is an immense ripple that now occurs with this solar eclipse that uplifts the consciousness of humanity. And that then also activates a greater wave of awakening. Those that have already been awoke for some time will receive an upgrade. Those who are on their spiritual awakening journey will receive an upgrade. And those who have been deeply asleep will also receive an upgrade. And more people will wake up now with the solar eclipse and moving forward. Because as we're shifting to this higher timeline, we need to wake up more to be in alignment with that higher timeline. And that is what's being kickstarted with this solar eclipse. So you will see and you will notice and you will become aware of more people are waking up. And you for yourself, you will also notice that you're waking up more. You're becoming more aware. You're raising in consciousness. You're raising in vibration, in frequency. You're feeling more evolved, more expansive, more awakened. And that's all what is being kickstarted with the solar eclipse. So it's truly a beautiful, powerful time and period that we're in right now. And this solar eclipse is definitely one of those and most anticipated cosmic events of the month, maybe even of the year, because it will assist humanity in their ascension. So definitely mark that day on your calendar. You definitely don't want to miss the potent energy that is available that day. And I hope that this video is going to give you some insights into how you can really make the most out of what is really available, because it is to your highest and greatest good. It is to the highest and greatest good of us all, of humanity. Then the second thing I want you to know is that you will have that inner sense of awakening. You will feel somewhat of a ripple that is really uplifting your consciousness. Now, this can feel quite uncomfortable, especially if you don't really know what's going on, or if you are usually challenged with change, if you're still trying to hold on to the old you, the old self, the lower timeline. You may feel quite triggered by that, or you may even notice that other people are very triggered by this as well, especially those who are really unaware. Now here, if you are really able to assist others, to really uplift them, help them, coach them through this, basically teach them what they can do to really make this shift, this change easier on them, then do so. Be that role model, assist them, because us light workers, us psychics and healers and intuitives, we are meant to really help with this greater awakening. So if you're able to assist those in your life who are going through somewhat of a challenging time because of this timeline shift, then be the role model, help them, guide them, coach them, mentor them, or just support them in whatever way that they need to make it through this with more ease. Now, however, if you're maybe one that doesn't really handle this very well, or maybe you are feeling very triggered by this, maybe you're just very sensitive to the energy and this is very overwhelming for you, and you're really not able to really be the role model to other people, then it's perfectly fine. And take some time out for you to really tune in to, maybe take some time away from all that noise and just allow this shift, allow this awakening to unfold. Do more self-care. That's really what's key here. But of course, if you can help others, do. If you don't, it's perfectly fine. Don't think that, oh my God, I'm not fulfilling my purpose here, because I'm not helping other people. It's perfectly fine. You need to help yourself first before you can then help other people. Because if you're not feeling okay, if you're feeling very triggered, you can't really be the role model to other people because you're maybe a mess, right? Which is perfectly fine. I have those days too, where some cosmic events, they punch me in the gut so bad that I'm like, nope, I'm totally disconnecting. I cannot be there for anyone else because I gotta be there for myself first. Because the more you are there for yourself first is what's actually going to help you then be there for more people in a higher, more expansive way. If you're trying to help other people when you are not feeling okay, when you're really extremely squeezed and stretched, you're not really helping other people as much as you could if you first were to take care of yourself. But you will feel that inner awakening. You will feel that ripple. Your consciousness is being uplifted with this solar eclipse. So go at your own pace. If you need some time to yourself, do that. If you're feeling absolutely empowered and you're good and you can help someone else, then do that. Go with what you feel is best for you. Put yourself first before you then help other people. Okay, so that's like really important thing, because if you're not really taking time out to really help yourself and really attune yourself and align yourself to this timeline shift, then you're still kind of stuck in the old timeline, trying to be in a new timeline, and it's just like energetically, it's just a mess, right? So be sure to take care of yourself first, and then you can help other people, okay? But also I want to mention that I'm going to release a light language activation that will help you with this attunement to that higher timeline as well. So it's about to come out, so definitely subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you are already a subscribed member of my community, thank you first of all. And definitely then stay tuned that the video will come out very shortly and you don't want to miss that, because that light language is really meant to assist you with the energies that are coming in so you can really attune to that higher timeline with more ease. So definitely watch out for that video. Then the third thing I want you to know is that your energetic field around you, your nervous system, is receiving an upgrade as well, because you're being attuned to that higher timeline. Now here you may then actually feel somewhat of a sensation in your energetic field. Maybe you're feeling squeezed, maybe you're feeling stretched, maybe you're feeling just something is in your field. You're feeling maybe even your nervous system is being activated as well. If that is the case, check out the link in the description below. There's a video about a nervous system activation and an Ascension nervous system activation. Those two activations can help you ease that activation that you may experience, because your nervous system, your energy field around you is being attuned to that higher frequency of that new timeline, right? That's what's going to then assist you then to really embrace that higher timeline. But it may cause you also to feel quite squeezed and stretched, or you may just feel that sensation in your field. You may actually feel some sensation around your body as well. You may actually also then experience somewhat of some pain, some discomfort in your physical body as well. And just know there's nothing wrong with you. It's just you're being upgraded. The energy upgrades are not always comfortable to the physical body, because we're receiving an upgrade, right? So just be okay, just be aware of that. If you are feeling not okay, if you're experiencing some kind of pain or discomfort or anything like that, just know you're being attuned, and here just maybe take some time out. Maybe rest a little bit. Stretching would be great. Movement would be great. So you can really release any stuck energy and then really open yourself up to then the new energy, that energy upgrade. But be easy on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Take that time that you need. Like I said, this solar eclipse is definitely powerful. If you can maybe even take that day off, that would be great. If not, just work with the time that you have. But whatever time you have, really tune into that energy. Definitely need to check out that light language activation that's going to come out for the solar eclipse to assist you with that. But take your time with this upgrade. It's going to be taxing on your body. You may feel exhausted, you may feel tired, you may have some physical discomfort that you're experiencing. Just breathe through that. Ground yourself, do what you feel called to do for some self-care to feel better. If you need to take a nap, take a nap. If you need to take a break. Whatever you need, listen to your body, because your body is what is upgrading, right? Of course, your consciousness too, but your consciousness more easily upgrades, and your physical body is like, really, it feels like you're running a marathon. So just take that time that you need to allow this upgrade to unfold, because it is truly to your highest and greatest good. Even if it's maybe uncomfortable in the moment, but it is to your highest and greatest good. Then the fourth thing I would like for you to know is that many realizations will then also occur where you're actually becoming aware of anything that is outdated, anything that is no longer serving you, and all of that stuff, all that old stuff, the stuff that was in alignment with that old timeline is now becoming apparent to you, and then it's being released with new ideas, more expansive way of going about life, downloads, ideas, guidance, all of that stuff that will really help you then align yourself to the new timeline. Now, this could then also lead you to move into a completely different direction. It could lead you to moving into a more evolved direction, like evolving what you have been doing, or like I said, even a completely different direction, or maybe a new direction, right? Maybe it's something new that is unfolding for you. It may not even be a different direction. It may just be something new that is coming into your awareness. So, because the thing is, all the old stuff was in alignment with the old timeline. Now that we're shifting into the new timeline with the solar eclipse, it needs to be replaced by something new. So that's what you will receive. So you will receive a lot of realizations around the solar eclipse, especially in moving forward after you have really attuned yourself and aligned yourself to that higher timeline. A lot of realizations will come in to really help you make the necessary changes and shifts in your life that will really support this new higher timeline. And here the invitation is not holding on to anything that is old and outdated. You will know what is old and outdated because it simply doesn't fit. Energetically, it doesn't fit anymore. It's like you're trying to squeeze into a very old shoe that is just very worn down, maybe even a little small, but you're trying to squeeze in, you try to still wear it because maybe they're your favorite shoes and you've worn them for so long, you don't want to part yourself from them, but you just feel it just doesn't fit. It's very uncomfortable. Right? It may be a subtle feeling, just a hint of discomfort or a hint of doesn't fit anymore, or it can be very intense that it's very loud and right in your face that this is no longer in alignment. Whatever it is, listen to that and be okay with letting go of the things that are no longer serving you, that are no longer in alignment, that simply don't fit anymore. Yes, it may be a little uncomfortable at first, but as you let that go, you make room for something new, something better. Okay? So just pay attention to what is coming to your awareness, because a lot of realizations will come to you with the solar eclipse and then moving forward. And then the fifth and final piece here that I want you to know is that there's actually a sense of rebirth that comes with this eclipse. Now, like I just mentioned in the beginning, the first eclipse, the lunar eclipse on March the 25th, kickstart an accelerated growth and transformation, which now concludes with the solar eclipse, right? Because all that happened now within this eclipse window prepared you for this timeline shift. So you may experience somewhat of a rebirth process, like a rebirth kind of period. Maybe there's still some purging going on, or you most likely have done a lot of purging now leading up to the solar eclipse. But now with the solar eclipse, you will feel somewhat of a sense of rebirth, like you're really being reborn as a new you, because also you're shifting to a new timeline, right? So you will experience that sense of a rebirth. You're also aligning yourself to all the growth that happened since the lunar eclipse in March. So beautiful period. Yes, maybe a little uncomfortable with all the shifts and changes, and you're probably sick and tired of all the shifts and changes that you've experienced last year, now this year, and all that craziness. Now it's going to continue, but it's always like leading us one step higher, and another step, and another step. So it's really helping us ascend. It's not keeping us going down or in a worse situation. No, it's really meant to help us ascend. So yes, it can be a little overwhelming, but still, now you have the awareness. I have shared with you the key things that you need to know about the solar eclipse, so you can be aware that, hey, if you're feeling some energy in your field, if you're feeling like some physical discomfort, you know it's because you're being upgraded. You're shifting into a higher timeline. If you would know these things, yes, you would most likely feel overwhelmed and challenged by what you're experiencing. But now you have the awareness, so now you can make the most out of it because you have the awareness. And let me share with you how to make the most out of this solar eclipse. And by the way, before I do that, if you've liked this video so far, if you've gotten value out of it, do me a favor, hit the like button. Maybe leave me a comment below. Let me know, are you already feeling that sensation, that growth? Do you know something big is about to unfold? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. I would love to know. And if you haven't done so already, maybe even hit the subscribe button. Share this video with someone that you think could benefit from it. I would greatly appreciate it. But now the way you can make the most out of this beautiful, powerful, life-changing solar eclipse on April the 8th is, if you are feeling stretched, uncomfortable, having some kind of pain or discomfort that you're feeling, or you're just feeling very overwhelmed by what's going on, take time to go within. Stop and breathe. Pause. Do some self-care. Maybe even go seek out the help of a healer or someone that can help you. Do some kind of healing modalities. Maybe do some stretching, some movement, maybe yoga or anything like that. Maybe go for a walk just to release that stuck energy. Because if you are feeling uncomfortable, that is because there's so much energy within you that is being released, that needs to be released, and you're receiving that upgrade. So what you can do is really do some movement, do something that can help you really release that tightness, that tension in your body, that stuck energy, that old energy. Because like I said, it needs to go, it needs to be released. So whatever you can do to really listen to your body, you will know what is best for you, and just listen to that. Give yourself that time, that space that you need to really go through this rebirth period of the solar eclipse. Also, focus on expanding your nervous system, because you are receiving the upgrade anyways with the solar eclipse. But what you can do is also expand your nervous system. There's also light language activation you can tune into. I mentioned it already. It's in the description below to help you expand your energetic nervous system and to also calm down your energetic nervous system that is being activated because of this greater ascension, this greater awakening that is happening with the solar eclipse. And also be open to be shown that way, because like I said, a lot of realizations are coming in, so just be open for that. And then just embrace that growth, that transformation that is coming. Yes, it's not always comfortable, but it's still, after all, to your highest and greater good. And here, just a quick side note. Now, we are still within the Mercury retrograde season. And if you haven't checked out the Mercury retrograde video yet, the link is in the description below, because the key theme for this Mercury retrograde season is all about going back to the drawing board to craft your plan, really design your life your way. And with this solar eclipse, all the realizations that you're having, all these new ways that are now coming in because you're shifting into a higher timeline, that can then help you with this plan, this really creating your roadmap, your plan for the future. So here, just be aware of that. Use the insights that you're receiving throughout the solar eclipse to then craft your plan. So I just want to add that to it, because it's really assisting you. Because throughout the month of April, you're really meant to craft your plan your way, really design your life the way you want to live it, in just the way you want to live it, or even something better. But you may need to then also adjust that. Maybe you've already done some planning, some strategizing, some crafting or whatnot, but be open to shift that around as well, because you may receive more insights with the solar eclipse. Okay, so here you go. You have the forecast for the solar eclipse. I really hope you enjoyed this. Definitely stay tuned for the solar eclipse light language activation to really help you with all that is going on. And thank you so much for being here. I really hope you have a wonderful solar eclipse. Be sure to check out these videos here. That's to assist you with what's going on right now with the nervous system activation, things like that. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.